So guys, Rufai has fired the governor of Rivers State, Governor Fubara, for going to beg Tinubu. Rufai is saying that this man, don't he know what the constitution says? That he was illegally removed and now he has gone to beg. So guys, we know that these politicians, it's all about their interests. In short, Rufai is really so disappointed in Fubara that despite all that the people fought for him, he has just, ignored all those to go beg. As if he doesn't know that Tinubu is even illegally, punishing him. That he's not supposed to have done it. But politicians in Nigeria, it's all about their interests, not about the people. So what is Fubara going to tell those River State people who fought for him and who said they will never go to the APC, now that Fubara is showing signs that he's ready to enter the APC? So guys, I don't know what you make of this story. This is the worst thing that can happen in a democratic setting. That is what we are seeing today. Tinubu wants to come back second term. He wants to get all the governors to support him. Getting all the governors is not getting all the people. The people will still vote for who they want. See, it will shock Tinubu that close to the election, he will get to know that from grassroots, people do not want him. Because gagging these are the same politicians that have not been able to provide anything meaningful for their people. Anyway, guys, let me just allow you to take a look at what Rufai said in this video. Now take a look.
YouTube channel. Well, in the meantime, reactions have trailed the visit by the suspended governor of Rivers State, Similaye Fubara, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at his residence in Lagos on Tuesday. The visit comes less than a week after Fubara stated his intention to put aside pride and personal interests to restore peace in Rivers State and reconcile with his predecessor, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, whom he refers to as his boss. The details of the meeting were not immediately disclosed. This is their first public meeting since President Tinubu declared state of emergency in Rivers State on March 18th and suspended the governor. Well, let's take a look at some reactions. This is from EJ Tweet. Found this reaction funny. He says, "Is Governor Wike aware?" Is Wike aware, the minister? Well, politicians will always do political things. I made videos calling for the legal suspension to be lifted. And Fubara is smiling with Tinubu. Politics is just a game. Good luck to both of them, Rivers and Nigeria. Well, Emeka wrote, Governor Fubara's Lagos visit to President Tinubu hints a strategic move amidst Rivers State's political storm, with Wike's shadow looming. Fubara might be rethinking alliances. Sometimes in politics, if you can't beat them, join them. And you know that we saw a lot of these comments online. When we saw that picture, we're like, hey, state capture. I mean, those are some of the comments. But your thoughts on the visit by Fubara?
Earlier in the program, I said, for me personally, I thought the optics were unfortunate because this is an elected official.
Yes.
And, we know that the assumption around it is that he's going to beg and plead. Mm-hmm. Now, if you remember in the month or so leading up to the state of emergency, the president had said that Governor Fubara should just stoop to conquer. Yes. That had been his very decisive advice to him. And well, we see he's finally taking the advice and it's bearing fruit. And it's unfortunate that, politicians will always do what it takes to stay in power or to claim power. It's around power. And where is the will of the people in all of this? Where is the accountability to the people who voted for him? The past 2 years have been stagnant in terms of development in Rivers State because it's been one political issue after the other. However, if you look at it from a political strategy perspective, especially after the statements we saw from the minister at the SCT at the beginning of the week, where he will deliver Rivers State, almost as the alpha and omega of the Rivers State. Well, this is President Tinubu also just reminding him that there's not one alpha and omega in Rivers State. Yes. Don't forget that there's somebody waiting in the corridors of power who is sitting at the throne currently, and based on that might be able to also check and balance your own influence in the state. So, gosh, it's all games that are being played. My heart just bleeds for the people of Rivers State who still need governance.
Rivers State. I mean, Rufai, we did see Governor Wike, I believe it was last month, actually accusing Arise TV of deceiving the governor and making him think that he was... Yes.
He said that?
Live television. He said
really?
it. Yes, he
Arise
did.
TV?
Yes, that he was deceived. Go ahead.
There's no way we could have deceived us.
I was wondering who did. Go ahead.
I don't know, because, the governor should have a mind of his own. So, so you say we deceived the governor. We're probably giving us too much metaphysical power.
Yeah.
So
what do you make of the optics there, though?
It's a very wrong optics. Yes. You know what the optics reminds me of? It was just like Miranda in Lagos State singing and thanking them after she was pulled out of office. This is bad optics for democracy. Let's call it spade a spade. In fact, this is one of the saddest days for democracy with these optics. A president that committed a constitutional aberration took an elected governor out by the people, trounced on the rights of an elected governor. Then you, Fubara, because you want the power so much, you are going to beg. How much will you beg? So people like this, when they slap you, when they cut your head, you will beg.
But you know, he did say that he wants peace.
What
so
peace?
He's trying
what peace?
Yeah, that
what
was
peace?
His last comment.
What peace? What peace?
Peace for the people.
Peace is earned through respect and war. Sometimes you have to sit down and fight. Mm-hmm. If you have to lose, you have to lose. In the end, isn't Fubara going to live there? Is he going to be governor forever?
No.
So in the end, you are still going to leave the position rather than somebody just trounce on your right like that and you look and you keep going to beg the same person that removed you from the mandate of the people. And you say, this is optics. And he's saying, oh, the other day he said, what did the Fubara say? He said, my mind is living there. But obviously your mind has not left there. Mm-mm. If they did state of emergency against you, what you should do is bid your time. After, if they don't give you back, so be it. But he also has something to lose and it has shown. Or do you need to stand for? So why do we praise President Tinubu today as last man standing? President Tinubu, if the script were free, would never, the President Tinubu, and I know, and I give him his respect today. I don't agree with me on many things, but I respect that man called President Tinubu. If the tables turn, the President Tinubu, I know, will never cower. And that's why I respect it. That's why it was called last man standing. He will never cower. Right. He will never grovel.
Jagaban.
He will Jagaban.
All right.
Jagaban.
All right.
He will stand on his rights. And that's what we expected Fubara to do. You thought it was easy for President Tinubu to fight the might of the central government like Olusegun Obasanjo and the character like Olusegun Obasanjo then. It wasn't easy for him, but he stood his ground. You thought it was easy for him to stay in opposition all these years and fight the might of the PDP before he finally gained one against him. Give him his credit. I'm giving him his credit when it doesn't mean I will not criticize him tomorrow. I'm giving him his credit today. Right. If the tables were turned, President Tinubu will not do this. The Tinubu I know, and that's why I respect him.
In any case, we don't have a readout of the content of their meeting. We are just assuming that given the circumstances in Rivers State and the declaration of state of emergency, that the reason they went there to see President Tinubu, first time we will see the two of them together since this crisis began. So we assume that you cannot leave the place without talking about the state of emergency. Mm-hmm. Suppose he just went there to just greet the president in the spirit of Salah, and maybe Rivers State state of emergency was not discussed. But okay, you can say it's the unspoken subtext. Right. You can't just go, I hear you're in Lagos, sir. Well, there's
a story that he went to London too now, so and there was this wallet thing going on.
We don't have a readout. Yes, we don't have a readout of what transpired.
Yes.
So we can only...
As what? He's a suspended governor.
Interesting time.
He's still the governor of the
people.
Do
you know how many more weeks we have to wait for this suspension to be lifted? It's already 6 months. I keep asking every time.
No, it's in September.
September.
The state of emergency was March 18,
So we have a few more months to go. Well, we'll continue to follow up on the story as always. What President Bola Ahmed Tinubu... Where?
Who's that?
The sole administrator.
You were going to say that.
I said it.
Wasn't it his wife that was...
You have to go and greet the president. Please, I'm still here.
Well, in another development, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu has accused some Nigerian politicians, wealthy businessmen, and senior civil servants of sponsoring Boko Haram to destabilize President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Kalu made the claims during a televised interview, stating that these individuals are using terrorism as a tool to fight Tinubu and seize political power, similar to their actions against previous governments. Let's take a look.
Political class are bringing Boko Haram. Political class are bringing terrorism to fight Bola Tinubu, to fight Buhari, to fight people. They are the one bringing these things. It's the political war that causing all these things. People want power. They want to destroy the whole system to grab power. And you don't grab power this way. Politicians and businessmen and civil servants, people who are dissatisfied with the running of government, people who want to grab power. You just hear what so many people say. Some of them are not looking for money. Some of them are looking for political power to hold it. So we are all friends, as I told you before. I want all of us to behave like friends. If we are friends, we should think about the man down the line. We should be able to lift Nigerians up.
Orji Uzor Kalu has been talking a lot lately. I mean, now we are seeing him. He's not the first politician who has accused politicians and, wealthy businessmen of sponsoring Boko Haram. But this rhetoric is quite old. I mean, this is not the sort of engagement that we want to keep hearing. We need to find out who they are. If they are, provide proof. I mean, just stop saying it, just blanket statements like that. Dr. Abati, I'd like for your comment before I take the story in Delta State on this.
No, you've already hit the nail on the head by saying that, look, we have been hearing this over and over again, that certain influential persons are behind Boko Haram and that they sponsor Boko Haram. And there are persons who even ethnicize it. That Boko Haram seems to flower when any Southerner is in power. Just as you only have frenetic coalition politics when the Southerner is president. You know, when the Northerner is there, you don't hear any coalition to remove the Northerner from power. So you have these, you know, speculations.
Yes.
Yeah, don't let us be categorical. But the thing is that in a country that has intelligence agencies, it should be possible for people to be identified. Who are those powerful people behind Boko Haram? Who are the people sponsoring them? We have a financial intelligence unit. They track, you know, a movement of illicit international financial flow. There's something like that, and there's a structure for that. Okay, why can't they identify those people that pass money to the insurgents, to the bandits, to the terrorists? And why, you know, is it that the other security agencies have not been able to identify these sponsors? Otherwise, it will amount to scaremongering.
Yes, this is
what Nigerians want is peace, security. They want to be able to sleep with two eyes closed, whether it's in Maiduguri or in the Middle Belt or in Owerri, in Imo State, or, you know, where's that village? In Cross River State, you know, so that, you know, we can all feel very secure in this environment. So all this says, some people are sponsoring, some people are sponsoring. Are those people ghosts? Identify them and bring them to task for their criminality.
Absolutely. Well, in the meantime, speaking about security, tensions escalated in Abraka, Delta State on Monday as security agents allegedly opened fire on unarmed residents protesting a surge in kidnappings that has rocked the university town. The protest, now in its 6th consecutive day, had remained peaceful until the arrival of heavy armed security personnel, including soldiers and police officers. Eyewitnesses say the agents fired warning shots in an attempt to disperse the crowd, sparking panic and injuries. Let's take a look. This is unfortunate. The right to protest, like we always say on this table, is our fundamental right. I mean, these students from different schools, they've been protesting the spate of kidnappings. Instead of our security forces to help them or even secure them or try to, you know, speak with them, you shoot. Thankfully, there's not been any reported deaths, Vimbai.
I mean, unarmed young people who are protesting for a very deserving cause. This is sad to see, especially as, you know, we're talking about insecurity. We spoke about how the Chief of Army Staff is having to relocate from different places in the country to other places because he needs to be closer to the theater of where things are actually happening. And then you have some bad apples in the military service who are misbehaving in this way. I know Dr. Abati earlier had made the point that, well, if it seems they're less busy. If they're less busy, they should take them, they're trigger happy, right? Yes. So they should take them right to the theater of war where the action is happening so they can fire these bullets to the people who deserve to receive them. But this is totally unethical. This is unfair. We really need to review our culture around how we address protests because it's turning into a culture. It's repetitive. We see it in different places at different degrees, but it's there to the point that many people are now afraid to protest. And that is not a mark of a thriving democracy. However, I do hope that the necessary hierarchy in the military have noted this, that these soldiers will be disciplined. We know that the army is all about discipline and following the code of conduct. And, you know, if they are less busy, like I said, take them to various areas. We have a list of places where they can go and be kept very actively engaged and they can fire bullets and, you know, if that's what really excites them, because this is not fair.
Well said, Vimbai. We are waiting response from the army. Our students need protection.
Those soldiers should recognize that the right to protest is a constitutional right.
Yes.
Number two, why are we always using soldiers to do police work? When you use soldiers to do police work, a soldier will not waste bullets. They will tell you that a bullet is very expensive. They are trained to kill, not to maim people. The police should be allowed to do their work. And finally, the Chief of Army Staff, who is fighting terror and leading from the front, should identify those soldiers.
Absolutely.
I recommend that they should be posted to Benue or to Sambisa Forest or to go and fight ISWAP, since they like to carry guns and harass people. Let them go and fight in real battle, not disturbing students who are exercising their constitutional rights.
Constitutional rights. Our students need protection.
So guys, it is becoming very clear that Nigeria is really in trouble. I mean, this country is in a very big trouble considering the kind of leaders we have in Nigeria today. They don't have clue. They don't have anything to offer the people. Now, Tinubu wants to retain power at all costs. You know, going by the way things are happening in this country, you can see that they really want to retain power at all costs. And look at what is happening. Now, somebody posted this post on Twitter comparing Nigeria, Tinubu's 2 years in office. Naira has so much depreciated, you know. But look at Ghana, the new president they have. In just 6 months, Ghana cedi has appreciated by 30%. But the Nigerian Naira in 2 years has depreciated by 232%. Hey! I don't even, it's not even good to mention, I'm telling you. Naira depreciated by 200, this one is not 100, this one is not 200, 32%. That's the rate at which the Naira depreciated. While Ghana cedi appreciated by 30% in just 2 years, meaning that this new president of Ghana is doing well. I tell you, the Ghana currency has appreciated while that of Nigeria has depreciated, courtesy of Mahmoud Yakubu. He's the one that sold Nigeria for nothing. And see where we are today. Now, the reactions coming from this post, like this person said, Tinubu must continue, as we no want coalition. You see, Tinubu must continue. You know that Peter Obi has pulled out of the coalition. So this person is now saying, okay, since Peter Obi doesn't want to be part of the coalition, Tinubu should continue. And this was what that person say, now them be that now. Me, I'm not a coalition myself. And this other person say, it shall never be well with any APC supporter. Amen. Somebody reacted. Dollar 460 naira. Make owner they lie small abeg. I think that was other Buhari or so. But this time that Tinubu has taken over, the depreciation is much. It was much. It was how much, please? This person said relocate to Ghana now. Okay, the Jagaban people are now telling those posting this post to relocate to Ghana now. Slave, why are you not in Nigeria, your country? This other person, oh yeah, defenders of master strategies at failure and corruption. On a job don't land, oh yeah, come do your work. Those who are supporting Tinubu should come and do their work. Oh, they can't. Oh, bros, I beg, no vex. Dollar is 1,620. Thank you, sir. You see, dollar has even the Naira is falling further. I mean, I don't want people like Tinubu supporter to start crying. Anyway, why I'm reading these things, because this person posted this post saying that the Nigerian currency has so much depreciated under the Tinubu's government. Just in 2 years, you have 232% depreciation, while the Ghana currency, just within the space of 6 months that they have a new government, you know, has appreciated by 30%. I think that's just a big win. But one thing I want to say is that Nigerians, is it that you people are just getting to know that the APC leaders, these people are old, cannot sit down and think, no creativity. They said they've employed people, they got some young ministers and the rest of them. When the head is not thinking, don't expect the other ones to think. That is what's just affecting Nigeria today, because they know that the leaders are not ready to work, and anybody they hire is just coming to sit down and be eating money. Like there's this guy that makes video about cars. He said if you're a politician, this is the one you buy, but if you are a civil servant, don't come close, because they know that politics is where the money is. It's not about the people. They want to get into leadership, not about you. It's all about them. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.